Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Home of Politics, my good friends. I appreciate your presence in this channel, your continuous support, continuous subscribing. I thank you so much, my good friends. Today we've seen the LSK protesting peacefully to protect and to prevent the judiciary from the attacks that the president has been making on daily basis. The issue of demonstration or protesting by the LSK society, it is a solidarity move to tell us that this organ of the government or the judiciary is very serious about what they say and what they mean. It was last week when this LSK society was complaining through its president and its deputy president, and they promised to work around to stand for justice, just the way they decided to do today. It is not something to be taken for granted, because we saw even the police officer were escorting them, they were providing security for them, and this was the peaceful one done in a professional way. But all was to focus on the speech and the attacks that the president William Ruto is making on a daily basis against the judiciary. They are condemning the issue of injustice and corruption in the judiciary, but the issue is being above the law by the president, because they feel like he is the one who is sabotaging the procedures of the judiciary, but not the judiciary sabotaging the programs and the development of the government or the agendas of the president. And so up to now, we have seen how the LSK president, this is Eric Theory, has said they are not backing down again. They are not worried because they are aware of the threats that the president is putting against them, and they are ready to receive it in any way, because the president is always threatening people that mambo ni matatu, and they are ready to receive it. This should be marked with very important attention, because the court or the judiciary or the judicial system is where everybody is going to pass through. Even the president himself usually runs to the court, where things should be solved there, and so the president is not exceptional to pass through the hands of the judiciary.
It would be an illegal venture, and we are going to initiate proceedings to surcharge anyone in Parliament who will authorize the public participation forums to proceed when there is a court order stopping that process, because that is illegal. They are not using their money, they are using taxpayers' money, and taxpayers' money cannot be used to propagate illegal activity. Second, the executive nor Parliament have no privilege to choose which orders to comply with and which one not to comply with. They are institutions that have been set up by our Constitution, and the Constitution demands, it does not plead with them, it demands that they must obey court orders. And so we are here united as a body of law, the old, the middle-aged and the young, to say that the law society will not cow, the law society will not be intimidated, and when it comes to protection of the Constitution, protection of the rule of law, we are prepared to go to any length to protect the Constitution of Kenya. We are aware that the President has issued threats and has said that mambo ni matatu. We want to assure him that for all those options, we are prepared to take those options in defense of our Constitution. Here. And so today, we meet here in public, and we are going to affirm our oath. We took an oath to defend the Constitution of Kenya. We took an oath to defend the independence of the judiciary. We took an oath to defend the administration of justice, and we are going to retake those oaths in public so that we can send an equal.
My good friends, after hearing what this president of LSK has just spoken, it is obvious that the judiciary is now ready to go in this race with President William Samoei Ruto, because they feel like if the judiciary can be under attack, then the whole nation has a problem. This is because they are not backing down, they are not even shaking, and they are saying they are going to be so strong. Ladies and gentlemen, on the other side, President William Samoei Ruto is also very firm on his stand. He is going on with the agendas of affordable housing, is going on with the preachings whereby he say every day there is corruption in the judiciary, and this is what is making the LSK to feel so painful, because as much as the president is alleging that there is corruption cases, some lawyers, some judges are being bribed, they have not yet summoned even one. There is no even one evidence. There is no one who has been brought in the books. And so this makes them feel like the president is tarnishing their names with the corruption scandal. And so for them, they are just moving forward. Now it seems like the judicial service, together with the opposition and any other Kenyans who are feeling like they are not okay with the agenda of this Kenya Kwanza government, they have now teamed up together, and the government is on its own with its officials like Kenya Kwanza MPs, governors, here, few of them maybe on the side of the government. The response about the public is varied, because there are some who are supporting the agendas and some of them are against it. And so during the today's protest by the LSK, we saw Kalonzo Musyoka, who gave his strong speech. He also said, being amongst the lawyers, he is not going to back down and they will fight this together. Amongst the people of opposition was Kalonzo Musyoka. We also saw Eugene Wamalwa and many others were in different places who were also giving the LSK support to protest against the attack of the president. This is something that has pleased the opposition, some of the public, or the citizens who are not really satisfied with the Kenya Kwanza regime. Again, the people who are strongly condemning the issue of affordable housing, taxation, and these all projects that are being implemented to burden the citizens or the taxpayers. People like Okiya Omtata, these are the people who feels like the LSK is working hand in hand with them, because they are fighting on the same side. And for now, we can really assure you that the opposition, the LSK, the judiciary, they are having the same agenda, because even if we saw previously the opposition has been attacking the judiciary because they felt like the judiciary ruled the election case in favor of the president, they were condemning the court. But right now, they are the one who have teamed up with the court to condemn the government of the day. And this tells us that the court is somewhere where you cannot avoid, or the judiciary is an organ where you cannot avoid coming in contact with it. As long as you are in government, you are in politics, you are in an office, you will pass through the hands of the judiciary. And so it was really surprising us the other day when we were hearing the opposition leaders. This is Honorable Raila Odinga, Martha Karua, Eugene Wamalwa. They were protesting, condemning it very, very bitterly, saying that the judiciary is under attack and it is acting in favor of President William Samoei Ruto and his brigades. And so Raila Odinga and his brigade again, they have teamed up with the judiciary again to fight back the government. And so this tells us that these people should be having a cordial relationship with the judiciary, accept how the law is demanding, and move in peace to rule this government, or else this government is going to have a problem in solving some of its agendas, because even if something can be passed in the parliament and a petition is being filed in the court, then it can stop everything so that you can just pass through the hands of the judiciary. It is not a simple thing. And up to that point, we now relate the action that President William Samoei Ruto is taking forcefully to continue with his agendas of high taxation, affordable housing, and other things that have been stopped by the judiciary because of the petitions. Then we are comparing this act with a person who has climbed up the tree and cutting the same branch that he or she is standing on it. This is because the judiciary played a big role for President William Samoei Ruto to become the president of the day, because he had a case in the court about the election whereby Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was not satisfied with the election process. And so, up to that point, the president or the government needs the judiciary, and the judiciary needs the government. And so, attacking each other, saying that he is not going to back down, he is above the law, will not help anything. That is the same act as a person who is cutting the hand that is feeding him, although it is a mutual relationship whereby one organ and the other organ, they are working together for the success of this government. And so I don't know how it will end, because it seems like the president, the legislature, the opposition, the judiciary, all these groups, they are very intact on their stand. They do not want to back down. Everybody is trying to prove their superiority. They are trying to prove their energies on how they can implement the law, because the president is claiming that issues of affordable housing is within the constitution. The petitioners are also saying it is in the constitution, but it is burdening the taxpayers. It is over taxation. So we don't know which is which. We are waiting to see the response of the president after the LSK has protested today. Let us see if we can back down, if we can withdraw the words, if we can stop the affordable housing agendas, or what he will call at the end of the day. Can he have a discussion with these bodies, with the judiciary, so that they can bring things in place, or what is the next step that the president will take? Tell me in the comment section what you are thinking about it, how this thing can be solved, and the difference between the judiciary and the legislature. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.